got killed by 10 million pounds of sludge from New York and New Jersey.
Preservation Society. God save Donald Duck, vaudeville and variety. We are the Desperate Dan Appreciation Society. God save strawberry jam and all the different varieties. Preserving the old ways from being abused. Protecting the new ways for me and for you. What more can we do? We are the Draft Beer Preservation Society. God save Mrs. Moss and good old Mother Riley. We are the Custard Pie Appreciation Consortium. God save the George Cross and all those who were loving them. We are the Sherlock Holmes English-speaking vernacular. Help save Fu Manchu, Moriarty and Dracula. We are the Office Block Persecution Affinity. God save the little shops, China clubs and virginity. We are the Skyscraper Condemnation Affiliates. God save Tudor houses, antique tables and billiards. Preserving the old ways from being abused. Protecting the new ways for me and for you. What more can we do? We are the Village Green Preservation Society. God save Donald Duck, vaudeville and variety. We are the Desperate Dan Appreciation Society. God save strawberry jam and all the different varieties. We are the Village Green Preservation Society. God save Donald Duck, vaudeville and variety. We are the Village Green Preservation Society. God save Donald Duck, vaudeville and variety. God save the Village Green.
Oh, my head's a mess. Wow. What up? Hello. How's it going? Pinging me in the server, telling me how to score this album. Shut the fuck up, I'll score it how I want. Jesus Christ, not even started yet. I've already got shade and blabbering in my ear. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I apologize for taking so long. That's the reason my hair is, you know, as it is. I had to quickly wash my hair because, yeah, I was, when I opened up OBS, I was looking at myself, I was like, damn, my hair's already gotten greasy and I literally only showered earlier, so I washed my hair real quick. Echoes live in Pompeii after? I think I've watched that, like, twice, so I'm alright. I'm gonna leave out the Pompeii thing for today. Started to edit Red today. Nice, nice. Looking forward to see what you do with it. This is gonna be coming in between Red and Ratitude. Almost said Ratitude. I wanna still call it Ratitude. Ratitude is just better than Ratitude. Or maybe you wanna react to this today. Didn't do a request stream. Well, I couldn't do a request stream today. So I was like, I want to get something filmed, and I was like, well, I might as well film what's going to become in between Red and Ratitude. So MCML 22 Echoes Part 1 edit. I have not seen this variation of the fucking Pompeii before. No, I have not seen that. Can I make my videos louder? Turn the volume up. It's as loud as I can make it. Well, it's not as loud as I can make it, but I could make it louder, but then it'd be too loud. I think it's just on your end. I can. Like I've turned everything up a little bit, but I have seen your post in general. I've not even started yet, and you're already telling me how to listen to the album. Like, give me a break, man. Jesus Christ. In the videos you edit, the mic is so quiet. That is a Streamlabs problem. That we can thank Streamlabs for that. Especially when music plays. You've only heard Echoes once, so this should be interesting. I've listened to Echoes twice, I think. And it's been quite a while. So yeah, I don't remember shit about that song, I can't lie. Is this my secret rapping video? Smithy Boy and the Smackheads too. Oh shit, that's the wrong button.
Because I got to say freeze. On the next one, it's fucking police. Don't get a crap man, because I woke up 2 shot. That's it, look, I'm getting arrested for stealing the bottle of pop.
Arrested for stealing the bottle of.
That's it, man, because I'm just like, what? Smoking bear shit in the fridge. That's it, flow, because you know I'm sparking over spliff, man, like Shaggy and Scooby. What?
I've had enough of that. Let's listen to some Pink Floyd. I'm gonna hit start recording, and I'm going to, start recording. Let's go in Supreme. No, that's not me. Ancient vid. When did that shit come out? Let me get this up again. I need to see when that came out.
Oh, kicking you, though, because
Oh my lord, 9 years ago. Wow. US peak when they were in the England football shirt. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to the Human Reviews channel, and today we're diving back into Pink Floyd. It wasn't too long ago that I posted the Piper at the Gates of Dawn reaction, but it's been a while since I've actually listened to a Pink Floyd album. That Piper at the Gates of Dawn reaction was filmed like months and months ago, and so the last Floyd album I listened to, actually, chronologically speaking, was Wish You Were Here, which I did back in January. I've really enjoyed Pink Floyd's shit up to this point. They have they have one perfect album with Animals, they have 2 near-perfect albums with Wish You Were Here and The Dark Side of the Moon, And then they have one album that I think is good, which is Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Not as crazy on that album as a lot of other people. I think it's okay. But yeah, now we're getting into Meddle. This apparently, well, people say this album's underrated, but it's like people glaze the shit out of this. It's got 80 critic, 84 user, must hear on album of the year. Most people seem to really love this album, so I'm not understanding the underrated claims here. I've heard, I think 2 songs off of this album. I know I've heard Echoes, and apparently I've heard the opener as well. Sort my camera out. My camera's fine. Is there something wrong with the camera? The camera's fine. It looks worse. It looks fine for me. Looks normal. Anyway. Yeah, we're doing Meddle. People say it's underrated. I don't understand that claim. Everyone glazes the fuck out of this album. I've heard 2 songs off this album. I've heard One of These Days and I've heard Echoes. I've not listened to Echoes in... I've listened to Echoes twice in total. And I have not listened to it in, like, probably over a year or something like that. So I don't remember shit about that song. I can't lie. So, yeah, I'm going into this album fairly blind. Yeah, not even remembering One of These Days. This is going to be a mostly blind listen. And yes, I did change the Wish You Were Here score. Wish You Were Here, I bumped down Wish You Were Here from a 10 to a 98. And then I bumped up Animals from a 98 to a 10. I switched the scores around for those 2. This album came out in 1971. It is 6 tracks, 47 minutes, well, 46 minutes, just under 47 minutes. Yeah, listening to the 2011 remastered version here, because that's the version where I've already listened to 2 of the songs. Let's just get straight into this. Track 1, One of These Days. Okay, starting off with some wind noises. Wheel of Albums still exists, it's just Wheel of New Albums. I actually remember this. When was I sent in this song? April. It's been over a year since I got sent this in, but I actually remember this. Happened to the Wall. We're going to be doing The Wall last. That's going to be the last Floyd album I cover. The Wall's going to be the big final one I do. Oh shit. The last greatest hits album, I mean? No, the Wall is going to be like the final album I do. I'm saving The Wall for last in their discography. I've not done their discography in order. I've kind of just gone a little randomly. So, yeah, The Wall will be saved for last. You want to send this song? Nice. Opinions on the band as a whole? I think Pink Floyd are great. Undeniably. I've loved 3 out of the 4 albums I've heard from them so far, and the one I didn't love I still liked, so yeah, I think Pink Floyd are great. I saw it. These atmospheric elements are fucking incredible. Oh shit, okay. That vocal line was goofy as fuck, but this explosion is kind of making up for it. Heavy, yeah. Heavy from TF2, exactly. How's my weekend? My weekend's been okay. Wow. Strange stuff going on with the mixing. Yeah, it does sound like that bit towards the end of the sheet where he's talking about they're like bleating and babbling, we fight or something. I don't fucking remember the lyrics. Did Pink Floyd copy Pink Floyd? Great transition, wow. Yeah, one of these days, I still think that's a really great track. Looking at it as an opener as well, kind of adds, I don't know, an extra interesting bit of context to this song as it being like an atmospheric, kind of feeling like it's lowering you into the world of this album. I don't know how I feel about it being an opener. That part of me thinks it's kind of genius, and then half of me thinks it's a little bit of an odd choice. I don't know. I think just the song as a whole is fantastic, but it's strange that it is the opener to this album, and I think I'm going to need the context of the next couple of tracks for that choice to fully lock into place for me. As is, Song Goes Hard. It's an incredible instrumental. The atmospheric elements are absolutely stunning. You get that nice, like, echoed bass line throughout this that is, again, who said that in the chat? Where is it? Grooviest bassline Pink Floyd had besides Money. I agree with that. I agree with that. The bassline was fucking slapping on this song. The explosive second half felt so rewarding. The little vocal line in there where he says, I'm going to cut you into a bunch of little pieces or whatever the fuck he said. That was goofy as hell. But besides that, I think this song is undeniably pretty incredible. Feeling a 8.9 on this. Just below a 9. Yeah, great way to start. Off to a very strong start here. Up next we have A Pillow of Winds. Oh my god, it's just like SpongeBob, the pillow with wind in it or whatever. Oh, the bag of wind, sorry. Vocals came in quick, wow. What would I rate the album cover?
Sleepy time.
I know it's like an edited picture of an ear. I don't know how I feel about it. Half of me loves it and half of me hates it.
And the candle dies.
Thank you, Jono, and everyone liked the stream.
When night comes down, you lock the door. The book falls to the floor.
Look at the kid's dinosaur drawing. I can see that.
The seasons change, the wind is warm. Now wakes the owl, now sleeps the swan. Behold a dream, the dream is gone.
And the recording here is perfect. Yeah, how rich and full that acoustic guitar sounds. The layering is really helping with that.
Rain is falling in a golden dawn.
I also like how the acoustic is like taking priority in the song. You get a little bit of electric guitar in here, but the acoustic is really leading the track. That's nice. By the way, guys, I'm messing about with this thing while I'm listening. I don't know what this is. It's just kind of lived on my desk for a while. I don't know what it is, but it's fun to play with.
And I go down. Sleepy time when I lie with my love by my side, and she's breathing low.
Autism activated, shut up.
Like a bird in the haze when the first rays touch the sky. And the night winds die.
Do not play with that, dangerous as fuck. What do you mean? What is it? What is this thing? What? I don't understand what it is. It's just been sat on my desk. I am focused on the music. This is helping me focus playing with this. I've noticed that like fidgeting with something really helps me focus on music. Is this folk? It's definitely a folky song. It's, you know, you got the stepped hi-hats on the upbeats, the actual melodic elements that the guitars are kind of playing with here. It definitely does feel more folky. It's also a gorgeous track, way more stripped back and kind of calming than the last track, which is an unexpected change of pace. I thought after the previous song it was going to keep up the kind of tension building, explosive energy, but that's not what this song does in the slightest. It is way calmer. It is way more clear, a lot more, I guess, straightforward of a Pink Floyd song than the previous track was, while still having all of like the incredible, stunning production, the fascinating lyricism, great vocal performance that you're going to expect out of a Pink Floyd track. I'm feeling like a 9.2 on this. A lovely follow-up. I kind of wish this was the opener almost. I think if this was the opener and it led into One of These Days, that could have even arguably worked better, in my opinion. But, as is, I do still think this is a great song. In terms of its placement. 9.2. Low 9. Great shit. And next we have Fearless. So, we just getting more folky across the board. This kind of has some, like, almost country twang to it. Oh yeah, folk rock is one of the genres listed under the album, to be fair.
You say the hill's too steep to climb.
Sounds like House of the Holy.
You say you'd like to see me try.
I could actually see voice crack. I could actually see a little bit of comparison between this and the more folky Zeppelin tracks.
You pick the place and I'll choose the time. And I'll climb
Whoa.
the hill in my own.
That was abrupt as fuck.
Just wait a while for the right day. And as I rise,
Man, that bass is fucking everything to this section right now. Jesus Christ. The way it just graciously slides down there. Absolutely gorgeous. See your review of the master plan? I'll take a look at it after the album. Whoa. Interesting. So, the song's called Fearless. This song feels like, this part of the track where it switches up, feels like the kind of way it changes the melody here, it feels like it's moving into a moment of like hyping yourself up before doing something insane, you know, before like going into war, before like performing in front of a crowd, something like that. There's something about the switch up there that feels like, I don't know, a transition into a moment where you've bigged yourself up. Now you have to, like, you know, hype yourself up before actually doing it. Thoughts on the lyrics? I'm going to be honest, I've not been paying attention to the lyrics up to this point. I have just found the sound of this to be so actually breathtaking. I have not been paying attention to the lyrics, and I probably should have. That would provide a lot of context for this.
fearlessly the idiot faced the crowd.
87 for the master plan is diabolical.
Merciless, the magistrate turns round.
Let's look at these lyrics.
And who's the fool who wears the crown?
see. Oh, it's way more clearly an ear here. Okay, so this is a song about proving himself. No, not really. Still feel the same on it, basically. It's a backwards sports train. Okay, I'm very confused by this outro. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get Genius up. We're gonna try and figure out what the fuck's going on here. This is a recording of Liverpool Football Club supporters singing their team's anthem, You'll Never Walk Alone, originally a show tune from the 1945 Rodgers and Hammerstein musical carousel. You'll Never Walk Alone was adopted by the supporters in the early 60s after a version of the song by a local band, Jerry and the Pacemakers, made it top the UK charts. Pink Floyd were given the idea of including the recording by John Peel, a DJ for the BBC, who had championed Floyd's work from their debut, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. As well as being known for his eclectic music taste, Peel was also a well-known supporter of Liverpool, and many see Pink Floyd's inclusion as the recording as a thank you to Peel for his support of the band in the early days. I see. So it's a little tribute to someone who has kind of been very helpful to them in their career. Oh! Oh, is this... Oh, the song might literally be about the band. Talking about all of the shit they've overcome. They've climbed the hill that's too steep to climb. And now they're facing... Yeah. Fearlessly, the idiot faced the crowd smiling. It's them, like, stepping out onto a stage. You know, not necessarily knowing what they're doing, but just happy to be there, happy that they've made it this far. And then at the end, they're paying tribute to someone who has helped them get this far. I see. Everything clicked into place reading that annotation. I understand. It's a well-written song. Now, I'm too much of an idiot to understand it without the help of genius, but it's actually a very clever way of kind of, not necessarily patting themselves on the back, but acknowledging how far they've come and, you know, being proud of themselves for making it as far as they have, and also paying tribute to people who have helped them along the way. Yeah, it's a delightful song. I'd probably say that's my... I'll say it's my favorite so far. It's a 9.4. It's a 9.4. My favorite so far, slightly above A Pillow of Winds. Up next we have Tropez. After a couple seconds of silence, of course.
As I reach for a peach, slide a ride down behind. A sulfur in San Tropez. Breaking a stick with a brick on the sand. Riding a wave in the wake of an old sedan. Sleeping alone in the drone of the darkness.
Yep, last song, 24 minutes.
Fell from my love, deep in my dreams, and I still hear her calling. If you're alone,
I'm glad you enjoy this area. It means you can get more slave work in the future.
Homebound, the pigeon, the dove, gone with the wind and the rain on the airplane, owning a home with no
You can, but I can't guarantee I'm going to always read it.
drinking champagne like a good tycoon. Sooner than wait for a break in the weather, I'll gather my far-flung thoughts together, speeding away on a wind to a new day. If you're alone, I'll come home.
Yeah, this does feel like if Pink Floyd recorded a Beatles song, or the Beatles wrote a Pink Floyd song, I guess. It's fun. Early Beatles, not late Beatles, obviously. Kinda has an almost like summery beach feeling.
And listen to the things they say. Digging for gold in the hole in my hand. Open the book, take a look at the way things stand.
Well, actually, that's pretty obvious. He's talking about like being on the beaches of San Tropez, leading me to a place by the sea.
I hear your soft voice calling to me, making a date for
What, really?
my phone. And if you're alone,
Damn.
I'll come home.
Chat is this does feel like this could inspire Ween a lot, especially with a lot of like the slidey, bendy stuff going on with the guitar. There's just an inherent childlike silliness to this as well. The song is whimsical as hell. Nice. The song is the weakest so far, but only by like a little bit. I give that track like a solid 8, 8.5, 8.6. I don't know, that's just the most carefree, silly, whimsical song on the album up to this point. About chilling on a beach in San Tropez. He's talking about, you know, digging for gold, opening books, hear your soft voice calling to me, making a date for later on the phone, drinking champagne like a good tycoon, stuff like that. He's talking about living the good life, which I guess could maybe be a follow-up to the previous track where, you know, the band are proud of how far they've come, and now they get to enjoy just the spoils of getting to chill on a beach in San Tropez. Yeah, I don't know. I really like that track. Not the best on the album up to this point, definitely not. It definitely feels like it's the least ambitious, especially with it being essentially just a callback to, like, you know, early 60s music. I wish maybe it did have a little bit more of the unique Pink Floyd stamp, but as is, it's a great track regardless. It's really fun. Up next we have Seamus. Ireland reference right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I was in the Seamus, that's the dog who's outside. Well, I was in the kitchen. Seamus, my hound was outside. Well, you know the sun sinks slowly, but my old hound dog sat right down and cried.
I do think that the bluesy elements of this are actually pretty great. But these dog noises, man, what the fuck? We're gonna get Genius up. This is I know people are gonna be hounding me in the comments telling me that this is like a reference to something deeper or something like that. I don't hate blues. I don't like this narrative you guys have created about me. Refers to Seamus, a dog owned by Steve Marriott. Seamus performed the howling vocals on this track. Hey, we got some actual live dog recordings on this. That was fucking terrible. I'm feeling a low 3 on that, like a 3.2. Wow. What the fuck, man? What was that? Why? That's two minutes of extra runtime for the album, I guess. Sure, why not? There's a 60s jazz throwback and now a 30s blues throwback. Yeah. I don't know, I definitely... Can we go back to the jazz throwback, maybe? I feel like the jazz throwback worked a little better than that 30s blues throwback. He's low IQ. Look... I think the bluesy elements of that song were fun, but the howling dog noises, like, irritating is such a soft word to describe it. I wish I could think of a word stronger than irritating or aggravating to describe the dog noises. Why do I hate I don't hate Seamus. The dog was probably cool. I love dogs. But the dog noises did not work over this song. Next up, Echoes, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, we're here. We have half the album's runtime right here. Could you get an instrumental? If it was just an instrumental, it probably could have gotten a higher score without, like, the dog noises. This one's for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to do what Shaden said, to be fair. Because this takes up half the album, this is going to count for half the album score right here. Rare Shaden W. It's funny. You know, the album feels like it's kind of just been everything leading up to this moment, up to this point. The rest of the album has felt so disjointed and disconnected. It's just kind of felt like they made Echoes and then kind of needed a few other songs to go to make an album with Echoes on it. That's kind of the impression I get of the album up to this point. The songs they made are great for the most part, but still. I can't shake the feeling that the rest of the album kind of exists for this song. Is considered the first big Pink Floyd song in their prog rock era and is considered the preview to Dark Side of the Moon. A song about humans and how amazing it is the way they reach each other. The lyrics bear inspiration to John Lennon's Across the Universe, which is alluded to in some lines, and it's the only song on the album to feature vocals from Richard Wright. You can't be bothered to do a thumbnail. God damn it. Telling me I have to do one. Think of Seamus as the Sgt. Pepper's reprise for A Day in the Life. Yeah, but the Sgt. Pepper's reprise was actually good.
Overhead, the albatross hangs motionless upon the air.
Oh my god. Yeah, this literally sounds exactly like Dark Side of the Moon. As soon as the vocals come in, this shit sounds exactly like Dark Side of the Moon.
Beneath the rolling waves in labyrinths of coral caves, the echo of a distant tide comes willowing across the sand, and everything is green with submarine.
The multiple vocal takes, the subtle swing to everything. The way the melodies are so unclear, there's a certain hint of mystery to the direction the melodies take. Taking a look back at the lyrics now, yeah.
Strangers passing in the street, by chance two separate classes meet. And I am you, and what I see is me. Do I take you by the hand and lead you through the land, and help me understand the best I can? No one calls us to move on, and no one forces
Yeah.
on our eyes. No one speaks and no one tries, no one flies around the sun.
I see. I see. Which song was that? Kind of bringing over a little bit of the jazziness of Tropez over to the solo here. What font should you use? I don't mind. Whichever one you see fitting best. When I give someone a video to edit, I give you complete creative freedom. You can do whatever you want with it. As long as it's good. Ooh. Fucking hell, that switch up came out of nowhere, damn. I was gonna say, the keys in that last section kind of gave the song a heavenly, floaty... I don't know, it literally felt like the song was submerged in, like, underwater. Or maybe even being, like, lifted into the sky or something. Damn, this is dragging, yeah. Just put a 7. Just put a 7 on screen. If I ever just say like low, solid, or high, just put the number. Don't worry about decimal. This is fucking hypnotic, man. It feels like pre-post-rock. It's like the dumbest sentence ever. But the way these elements are slowly stacking on top of each other, the way it's just the same repeating like motif over and over again, feels very post-rock. This is actually Swans, exactly. The guitar is so rattly, it feels like a sudden element of darkness being thrown into this genuinely heavenly instrumental. Oh yeah, that's like me with like most modern Swan songs. It's like listening to The Glowing Man. Anytime I listen to it, it feels like a 10-minute song. When it's actually like pushing 30 minutes. Interesting fade. See, but it's fading into something more sinister. Okay, the darker elements are kind of brought up in the mix as the more heavenly instrumental falls into the background. Oh my god. Yeah, that link works, Chiba. Whoa. I appreciate it. This is soundtracks for the blind, exactly. They invented ambient. Sounds like monkeys calling out to each other. Whale calls. Sounds like seagulls. See, I don't even need to click on that to know what it is. It says screaming bird right there. Guess what this is? I'm gonna guess for the wind effects. The wind effects, it could be field recordings, but I'm gonna guess that it's some type of very specific technique they've used with like the guitar or something. It's a combination of the albatrosses from the beginning and the whale sounds for the echo. I see. I guess if the previous part of the song is meant to feel like being lifted up into heaven, this feels like being lowered down into hell. All of the color is slowly fading. All of the high end of the song is slowly being lost as well. You're just left with this low wind noise in the background, a very subtle rumble underneath all of this. Yeah, like being sucked under the water into hell, yeah. That fucking video, Jesus Christ, I was pissing myself watching that, because I initially thought it wasn't edited. It took like 2 times me replaying it to notice you cut that. Ooh. That's pretty cool. As that ride cymbal was fading in, it kind of was brought up and then down a little bit and up and down a little bit. Kind of feels like it's fighting to bring itself up to the front of the mix. So blatantly copying Autobahn, exactly. Bought this on 8-track 50-something years ago. Hey, fair enough. It's ripping off Fleetwood Mac's Albatross. I don't care who it's ripping off, this just sounds perfect. I love the structure of this track and the way they have each section transition into each other. It's such a slow fade. You don't even notice it's happening until you're in the next section. Can I do a Fortnite dance on the drop? No, I'm good. So we've seen the lift up into heaven, we've seen the descent into hell. This feels like something more triumphant. Like it's fighting back? Maybe? Return to what they could be. Maybe like a rebirth or something. Maybe it's meant to represent something more cyclical.
Inviting and inciting me to rise. And through the window in the wall comes streaming in on sunlight wings a million bright ambassadors of morning. And no one sings me lullabies and no one makes me close my eyes. So I throw the windows wide and call to you across the sky.
Oh my god. Chat, my mum's calling me. That's terrible timing. Literally, the timing could not be worse. I need to go let my mum in. I'll be right back. literally, the timing could not be worse. I'm not restarting the song. I did see that, yeah, I do really want to listen to that. I love Queens of the Stone Age. Not bad. I'm feeling a 9.8 on that. It's about as close to a 10 as it can get. I don't think the song is quite a 10. It's like a little step below. What the fuck is going on with my hair? It's like a little step below a 10 for me. Just the tiniest little bit below a 10. I just don't think it didn't have that wow factor across the entire thing. I guess that would bring it up to being a 10 for me. But, you know, it's pretty damn close. It is pretty damn close. Give it 10? I wouldn't say this song is a 10 for me. I wouldn't say this song is a 10 for me. It's a 9.8 though. It's as close as it can get without it being a 10. You know, because I do still think the song is incredible. I don't think there's anything wrong with the track necessarily, like in the slightest. There's no nitpicks. There's no problems. I think it's a perfect song. Just on enjoyability, it didn't have the same level of wow factor across the entire thing. So it's a smidge below being a 10 for me. Yeah, the song is amazing. It's every single phase of this track is damn near perfect. Yeah, it's able to feel like being lifted up into heaven, being sent down to hell. It's able to feel like you're floating underwater, like you're flying through the sky. There's elements of triumph, there's elements of glory, there's elements of sinister, and sort of distrust throughout the song as well. I think this song really does feel like a stepping stone into Dark Side. Dark Side was the album that came after this, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this feels like a stepping stone into Dark Side. Particularly, again, Echoes. Echoes feels like it's a 20-minute version of what, you know, a lot of the songs on Dark Side would go on to do. It reminds me a lot of a track like Time. It reminds me a lot of a song like The Great Gig in the Sky at points as well. This song really does feel like it's them kind of testing out what they were going to do on Dark Side, and then, you know, they obviously went on to make a full album of it. It's incredible. It's a masterpiece. I think it's better than I initially thought it was. I forget which score I gave it on an initial listen. I know it wasn't a 10, but yeah, this is pretty damn incredible, and one of Pink Floyd's best songs, in my opinion, undeniably. This is so mind-blowing that they made this track. At the point in the career in which they did as well, this was like, what? Their first album was 67, and then in just 4 years they went from Piper to this. That is, yes, it's pretty impressive. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was Meddle. This album's pretty great. This album definitely does live up to the hype. Do I think it is the best Pink Floyd album? No. I do think it is a little bit of, you know, a step down from, you know, Dark Side, Animals, Wish You Were Here. I don't think it's quite on the same level of those albums, but it's still great. I still think there are, like, mostly incredible songs across this project. Again, you know, you have Pillow of Winds, Fearless, and Echoes are all near perfect tracks, in my opinion. Then you also have Tropez and One of These Days, which are really great songs that feel like fantastic stepping stones into a new era of the band. Seamus is terrible. That song is pretty bad. Okay, I don't want to hear anyone sat here glazing. L opinion, but you won the prediction. Yeah, I don't want to hear anyone glazing Seamus. That song sucks. Okay, there is one bad song on this album, and I will not hear anything. But besides that, the album's pretty incredible. Yeah, I just feel like the thing that holds it back a little bit for me is there isn't much consistency across the project. None of these songs feel connected. The entire first half of the album, the first 5 songs, all just feel like they're tracks that sort of exist because they wanted to put Echoes onto an album. It's like they made Echoes. They were like, this song is amazing, but it's not enough for like an entire album. We need to make some more music. And they made 4 great songs outside of that, one bad song that just felt like padding of the runtime, to be honest. And I don't know, I feel like that sort of feeling, I don't know if it's the case, but that feeling that I get from this is something that holds the album back a little bit for me. Not much, because I still think the quality of the music is, you know, up there with the Pink Floyd standard. I don't know, I just wish there was a little bit more of connectivity to this. And I guess that's what they'd go on to master on Dark Side of the Moon, because it's like one of the best concept albums ever. Yeah, as is, great album. I'm going to run the numbers, and I am going to tell you what my overall score for this album is. Hold on a sec. 8.9, 9.2, 9.4, 8.6, 3.2... divided by 5, plus 9.8, divided by 2. Sounds about right. I am feeling an 8.8 out of 10 on this album. An 88. That places it firmly in 4th place of the 5 Pink Floyd albums I've heard, but again, the lowest score is a 7, like a solid 7 that I've given any of their albums. So, you know, we're 5 for 5 in terms of good albums in the Pink Floyd discography right now. I don't think there's not a single project of theirs I've even been mixed on up to this point since Piper Grew on Me to be a 7. I think all of their albums are at the bare minimum good as of right now, and this is a great album. It's a high 8 for me. Just not my favorite of theirs. I think there's a couple things that they would obviously go on to clean up further on down the line in terms of like their discography, and you know, a little bit of that connectivity is lost here, but the songs themselves are great, and I could see this honestly growing on me, returning to it. Maybe having this on as a background album while playing like Minecraft or something can make it grow on me a decent bit. Do I do an outro? You know what, no, fuck it. Right, real quick, just for the people watching the video who haven't seen my other Floyd videos, I'm gonna rank every Floyd album that I've heard up to this point. We'll do a little worst to best on Pink Floyd so far. So, coming in at number 5, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Good album, not a great album. Little bit too ambitious, but the songs are pretty fun. Number 4, Meddle. great album. Feels more like a stepping stone than it does a complete standalone project, but, you know, the songs themselves are great, so I can't complain. Number 3, Dark Side of the Moon, one of the best concept albums ever. Near perfect, just of the top 3, it's my personal least favorite. Number 2, we have Wish You Were Here, a deeply emotional, expansive, gorgeous rock album. This and Animals are like neck and neck. But number 1, Animals, it's a 10 for me. One of the best prog rock albums ever made. Insane that album even exists. There's your ranking of all 5 Floyd albums that I've heard up to this point. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this album down below and how it compares to other Floyd albums for you. You can check out my reactions to every other Floyd album. They will be on a card at the end of this video in a playlist. Links in the description to my Discord, my Album of the Year, my Twitter, and my other channels. Check those out if you haven't. Like and sub if you haven't. We're on our way to 3K. And I'll see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye-bye. Alright, Album of the Year time, ladies and gentlemen. Dark Side felt way more full than this, and it's shorter. Dark Side's shorter than this album. This album feels really short, honestly. Like, it's 46 minutes. It feels like a 30-minute album. Oh, yeah, 42 minutes. Huh. I didn't add my track ratings, actually. So, yeah, I filled in the first one. 89, 92, 94, 86, 32, 98. I already forgot all that. 92, 94, 86, 32. So... 92, 94, 86. There we go. Did I see your last comment? What do you think of Meddle compared to other Pink Floyd albums? Well, I just told you. I just ranked all of them.
I'm not doing okay.
He's back. Oh my god, it's been 2 months. It's been 2 months. Sorry, that's more important than the Album of the Year review. I can't lie. I will be watching that once I'm done with this. Oh, that wasn't the one? Am I gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna do all Floyd albums. I'm gonna do all of them. You still didn't finish the King Giz deep dive? Exactly. I'm torn on which one to do next. We're saving The Wall for last. I'm thinking maybe get these 3 out of the way. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna do them like these 3 in order, and then these 4 in order, and then The Wall. And I think I'm going to just, like, do a bunch of Pink Floyd. Not necessarily back-to-back, but I'm going to start grouping a bunch of Floyd albums together. So it's going to be... You know, it's going to be probably a lot of Floyd coming. Can I skip their 80s and above albums? Nah, I want to do all of them so I can do a big tier list video, or maybe even, like, a ranking video, something like that. Let me write the Album of the Year review. Let's stop throwing so much stuff at me, Jesus. I need time to think, damn it. I need to write an Album of the Year review. It's short. What? It's 5 minutes, damn it. I have a review to write. Drax, oh, Jesus Christ. I took a look at his area. The 87 that you gave to the master plan was diabolical. coming back to streaming. I might be back Wednesday, if not Friday. Wednesday or Friday, I'll stream again. I did not quit. Look at my Brad Taste comment. Why has this ratioed me? Why have you ratioed me with this? That's a... See, I wish there was a way to just not display this. I want to screenshot this and make this my next Steam profile picture. That is a fantastic image right there. Do I have a Pink Floyd ranking on my album of the year? I don't think I do. I probably should. Now we can make that later. Why is she walking around so much? Anyway, I think that's it. It's all the work I had to do today. Watch the vid. Oh, do I have to? Wait, I can't show this. I can't even show this. We've still got the channel warning. If I show this, it's too risky. Expires on the 24th of August. I can? I don't think I can. It's an official recording of their Pompeii concert. That's very, very, very risky. I do not trust it. Just listen to it. Okay. Jesus Christ. Alright. This better be good. Better be mind-blowing.
Overhead, the albatross hangs motionless.
Oh my god, David Gilmour used to look like that, huh? When's the next catch-up stream? I want to say next Saturday. Next Saturday I think would be a good day to do one. I can't lie, this just sounds like the studio version. Like, this sounds like it could be a studio recording. If you just, like, put an album cover on screen instead of me watching them perform, you could convince me this was a studio version. Yeah, I'll put it on the albums wheel. Sounds better in your opinion? I don't know about better. I definitely wouldn't say it sounds better in my opinion, but I do think it sounds pretty damn great. Very impressive for a 70s live performance. Continue it? I don't need to. I already know how that version sounds. I don't need to. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We're done. We're done here. Oh no, there's one thing I did want to talk about. I want to throw in more, like, variety to the content, firstly, and I also want to minorly rebrand. I've noticed that a big thing with my channel is that it just kind of doesn't stick out. I'm doing just what a lot of other people do, and it's making it difficult for my stuff to get pushed. When, you know, all of my stuff is just first reaction to. So I want to have a slight rebrand. Like, I don't want to change it. I still want to do the reaction format. I still want to do ranking videos. I still want to do the same streams I do. But I want to, you know, switch up the way I, like, title my videos. I was thinking about changing the channel's name, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to change the channel's name, but I want to emphasize the learning aspect of this channel, because that's a lot of what this is. I don't really promote that side of this a lot, but a lot of this is me learning about music. No, I'm not changing it to that. I want to emphasize the fact that a lot of this is me learning. Human taste in music, yeah. New profile, not gonna get a new profile pic. I like the current profile pic. Subhuman reviews. That's what you should do. You should sub to human reviews. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway. Yeah, that's gonna be a big thing, is I'm gonna start titling the videos differently. And I also want to add fun twists to reaction videos. I spoke about this in the Discord, and I'm going to tell you guys about this here for those of you who didn't see in the Discord. I want to do the AJR discography. I want to run through the entire AJR discography, but I want to do every bad song, I eat a pepper, or eat hot sauce, or something like that. I want to throw in little twists to reactions like that. New camera equals 10 times more subscribers. Like, I want to do that, make that an entire series. I want to do the entire AJR discography. I want to do, like across the board hated artist, but I do this for every bad song, or I do this every time this happens, you know? I think that could be fun for the AJR discography, because We already know I don't like AJR. I've already reacted to one of their albums. I cringe. I'm not going to do anything that involves like drinking or drugs. Nothing like that. I still am going to stand by my I don't want to ever drink thing. I'm going to stand by that. But yeah, I think doing so... I have 0 spice tolerance, for example. I have no spice tolerance. My spice tolerance is horrible. So if I'm sat there eating, like, I don't know, 10,000 Scoville peppers or something like that, and I'm sat there literally crying, and I want to add like a Q&A aspect to it. Like, before every time I do a video, I put up a community post saying, like, ask me a question, any question, and I'll answer it in this video. And then after every song, I answer one question. So it's like hot sauce... what's the name of the show? Hot Ones X reaction format, you know? I blend Hot Ones with my reaction format, you know? You were looking forward to the heroin overdose stream? Yeah? Have I subscribed to myself? I am subscribed to myself on my second channel. On my gaming channel, yes. Yeah, that's something I want to do soon. And I think I'm going to, like, retitle the videos. Instead of being, like, first reaction to, maybe I change what the titles say. You know, sometimes the titles are going to be, like... With the Psychedelic Porn Crumpets album, it's the most underrated album of the year. That's why the title is different. Why Phantom Island is fun but frustrating. That title is different. But maybe when it comes to, like, classic albums... It can be like learning to love this album or something like that. Something that's cringe and corny, but kind of is an easier thing to click on than just the same first reaction to that everyone puts in their titles, you know? Like maybe I could title the video "Learning to Love Meddle" by Pink Floyd. Like emphasizing the learning, because that's a big thing about what this channel is me learning about music, because most people here probably know I do not know everything about music. I am quite uneducated, and there's a lot of stuff I have not heard. Yeah? Swans fan listens to AJR. I'm so there is a part of me that so wants to do, like, blank fan listens to blank. There have been multiple times where I've wanted to title a video that, but I'm like, no, that's so cringe. Do past masters? No. When we land on it on the wheel, that's when I'll do it. We're not diving back into that well anytime soon, unless I land on it on the wheel. That could work. Just don't overdo it. Yeah. Like, I could have titled the King Gizzard fan... the Psychedelic Porn Crumpets could have been King Gizzard fan listens to Psychedelic Porn Crumpets for the first time. Because that's what it is. I was listening to the band for the first time. They're similar to King Gizzard. And it's me trying something similar from a different band. King Gizzard ranking video soon? Yeah, I'm going to get to work on that soon. Yeah, I think if I do like a Coldplay album, it could be like Radiohead fan listens to Coldplay for the first time. Listens to a Coldplay album for the first time. Something like that. Just rebranding in terms of the titles, rebranding in terms of like the approach that I take in terms of like emphasizing the learning aspect. Adding in different styles of content. I want to go hard on ranking videos. Ranking videos are fun. Ranking videos are very easy. Well, very easy to do. Not necessarily. But they're fun. They're quick. It's a lot of prep work. But, you know, they're worth it to be able to get a video that I can make fairly quickly. And I just love doing them. Like, the Zeppelin ranking I did... a lot of fun, the Zeppelin tier list. The Beatles ranking I did, a lot of fun, and the video did really well. I want to do King Gizzard ranking. I want to do a Swans ranking soon. I'd love to do like a Radiohead ranking video. Reacting to Meddle, is this just Swans light? Jesus Christ. That title would get me flamed. 6-foot skyscraper learns what makes this song suck. Exactly. Anyway, those are just like some ideas that I'm kind of like going around in my head about right now. Just switching things up a little bit, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna again, and also upcoming reactions are gonna kind of emphasize stuff that's gonna get more views. I need to make more shorts as well. Yeah. For as much as I don't like being like just focusing on the numbers, when the channel's at a point of needing growth, the numbers are what I'm gonna be playing for. It's gonna be a lot of classics, like more classics, emphasizing 60s albums in particular. Gonna be, you know, doing a lot of Pink Floyd videos in batches. Gonna be focusing on artists like Taylor Swift that I know are gonna get a lot of views. That's the game. Sometimes you just gotta play the numbers game. Still gonna put, obviously, the same amount of, like, effort into it. Still gonna go in with the same, like, enthusiasm and, like, wanting to make the most enjoyable reactions I can. Just having to focus on stuff that I know is gonna do better in the algorithm. But anyway, that's my blabbering about the future of this channel over. Thank you guys for being here. Chivo, Artemi, Isaac, Strawberry Floyd, Ryan K, Sky Ferreira, Rodama, everyone who has been here throughout this stream. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, this video, I'm going to get to work on it probably tomorrow or Tuesday, but it's going to come out after the Red reaction. It's going to be the in-between reaction from Red and Raditude. I almost said Make Believe then. It's going to be the in-between reaction for Red and Raditude. So yeah, it's not going to be coming out, you know, for a little bit. Metal Connoisseur reacts to Taylor Swift Reputation. She's spitting fire. See, that title would get views, but I'm also not a metal connoisseur, so I couldn't even say that. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm done. Gonna be next streaming maybe Wednesday? Wednesday sounds about right. Probably gonna be Wednesday. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you guys later.